steady state error analysis. So far we have seen the transient part, which is very important. So when we started discussing about time response analysis, we started with what we called as steady state error analysis. I mean, the time response analysis have two parts in it: transient response analysis and steady state error analysis. So transient response analysis is what so far we have discussed for first order, second order, and finally uh, your time domain specifications most probably lies in the transient part. And what happens to the steady state uh, part? Okay, so that's the discussion here. Steady state error is generally represented as E suffix ss of t, and the steady state error analysis categorized as the error. Steady state error is categorized as static error constants, number one, and dynamic error constants. Each error has its own significance and advantages and disadvantages. Probably static error is very simple to describe based on inputs. This is the input may be random. Okay, any input which is random, uh, random function with respect to time. It may be a random function with respect to time. Okay, the disadvantages of static error constant is it depends upon a basic input and it does not provides you the variation of error with respect to time. How the error is changing with respect to time cannot be obtained using the static error constants. It provides you either it is going to be it has a static error value, or the error is zero or infinite, whatever it is. It will give you values as a crisp values. You cannot capture the dynamics of the error as it prolongs with the time. But dynamic error, as from the name, you can know that how the error changes with respect to time. The advantage of that is it does not depend upon what type of input it is. But here static error is depending upon the input. And the input already we have discussed what are the standard test signals available. Those are the inputs normally which is being chosen, right? Okay. So what is a steady state error? It is generally represented, the error is generally represented as E of t, and as t tends to infinity, how the error signal changes. Okay, that is what the steady state error is, the value of the error when t tends to infinity. The steady state error is a measure of system accuracy. It will try to give you an information how close the response is with the reference input. Okay, how close the system is following the reference input. That is what you call it as accuracy. So these errors is naturally depending upon the inputs and the type of the system. And also, if you want to include the nonlinearity present in the system, then it is also having an impact. The error is having an impact on the nonlinearities of the system. Like, okay, it depends upon what type of system it is, electrical system or mechanical system. Mechanical system, if you say you go for what you call it as a backlash, okay, and if it is an electromagnetic system, there is a probability of having a hysteresis error. Describe, you may describe the error can change according to the nonlinearities present, the inputs and type of the system. So since you talk about accuracy, this steady state performance also has an eye over another character of the system called as stability of the control system. So as already we have said, that transient response most probably describes the speed of response of any system. The character which we capture from transient part is the speed of response. The character what you capture from steady state part is accuracy and stability. So this concentrates on how accurate the system is, and also the performance of steady state provides you information about the stability of the system also. So we know that this is a general block diagram for a closed loop system. R of S is the reference input, G of S is the open loop transfer function, C of S is the response, H of S is the feedback transfer function, and probably the difference between R of S and this particular term C of S, H of S as per this block diagram is termed to be E of S. If it is unity feedback, then H of S is going to 1. So R of S minus C of S will be your E of S. So input signal is R of S, error signal is E of S, feedback is C of S, H of S, output is C of S, and from the diagram you can say what is E of S? E of S is equal to R of S minus C of S into H of S. And what is C of S? C of S can be described as G of S into E of S. And if you manipulate all this and try to substitute that in this relation, okay, you are able to derive the relationship between the error and the system. So error is equal to R of S into 1 plus G of S H of S, where R of S is the input and 1 by 1 plus G of S H of S is the regular system, is the transfer function between E of S and your R of S in general. And if you want to know what is E of t, you have to take inverse Laplace for that. So if you take inverse Laplace for that, L inverse of R of S by 1 plus G of S H of S, this is going to be your E of t. And as I said, what is steady state error? Steady state error is the value of the error E of t as time tends to infinity. So ESS is equal to limit t tends to infinity E of t. This is in time domain. The same formula can be written using final value theorem of your Laplace transform, final value theorem, like this one. Limit s tends to 0, s into E of s. That is also ESS. This is in frequency domain. Limit s tends to 0, s into E of s is using your final value theorem in frequency domain, and in time domain you can substitute that limit t tends to infinity E of t. And you can replace E of s with the notation R of s by 1 plus G of s H of s. So as I said, this error is depending upon the input R of s. This E of s is depending upon input R of s. If R of s is changing and the system transfer function is also having a change, probably, which will influence the error of the system. Got it? Yes or no? So your steady state error is having an influence based on the applied input and the system type. Already we know what is a type. What is a type? Type depends upon the number of poles at origin. For example, 1 by s plus 1 is a type 0 system. 1 by s into s plus 1 is a type 1 system. Because you have an s term, s power 1 is there, the power of the number of pole at the origin will provide me the type. So type 1 system, type 0 system. Okay, this type also has an influence. Input, the type, and the nonlinearity of the system has some influence over the steady state error calculations. So based on the inputs, what you call it as static error constant, we classify them, the steady state error as static, based on the static error constants, we classify that. What is that? The steady state error for a step input, we call that as Kp. Kp is position error constant. If the input is step input, then the error constant is positional error constant, which is denoted as Kp is equal to limit s tends to 0 G of s. Very simple actually, the formulas should be memorized when you are dealing with problems, they will be useful. Kp is equal to limit s tends to 0 G of s H of s. If the input changes to ramp ramp input, which is denoted as velocity error constant kV, and parabolic input, we call it as acceleration error constant Ka. The formulas are given here. Limit s tends to 0, g of s h of s is for Kp. Limit s tends to 0, s into g of s h of s is for Kv. Limit s tends to 0, s squared into g of s h of s is for Ka. You know, step input is 1 by s. This is 1 by s squared, or this is going to be 2 by s cube, or something like that, parabolic. Or in time domain, if you go for it, this is going to be 1, this is going to be t, and this is going to be t squared by 2. So it hopes on probably you will get it like 1 by s cube. Okay, so t squared by 2. So parabolic input is like this. So if you get a step, if you provide a step input to the system, the error constant is named as positional error constant, and Kp can be obtained using limit s tends to 0 as g of s h of s. And if it is ramp, the error constant name changes to velocity, and it is going to be limit s tends to 0 s into g of s h of s. And if it is a parabolic input, then it is going to be acceleration error constant Ka, and it can be obtained using or found using limit s tends to 0 s squared g of s h of s. These are the formulas. And how we obtained these things, and what is the steady state error for these values. Here it is going to be 1 by 1 plus Kp, and here the steady state error is going to be 1 by Kv, and here also the steady state error is 1 by Ka. These are all general notations for steady state error. The error is here, the error value is given here, Kp, Kv, Ka, and steady state error notation ESS is equal to these values. And we will derive that. You see that the steady state error from the frequency domain or final value theorem, I can write it like limit s tends to 0, s into r of s divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Now, if my input is unit step, my r of s is equal to 1 by s. So, if I substitute r of s is equal to 1 by s, I will get it like s into 1 by s divided by 1 plus g of s h of s. Okay. Now, if you substitute s is equal to 0, this ss gets cancelled, and if you substitute s is equal to 0, you are possibly can substitute only here. Limit s tends to 0 can be applied only to this transfer function part. So, limit comes here, and already we know what is the formula. Limit s tends to 0, g of s h of s is equal to Kp. So, my steady state error ESS is equal to 1 by 1 plus Kp for unit step input. And Kp is called as the positional error constant. We have obtained it from the previous slide. Now, if you want to know what happens if the type of the system is changing, that is G of s is changing according to the type. Okay, so if it is a type 0 system, then obviously you will not have any poles at the origin. So if you make s tends to 0 here, you will get it like z1 into z2 into z3 etc. divided by p1 into p2 by p3. So k into some value will be there. K into some value will be there, which will be a constant value. So since Kp is a constant value, 1 by 1 plus that constant will give me again a constant value. So you will have a steady state value, a steady state error when a system is type 0 and you are supplying the system with a unit step input. ஒரு யூனிட் ஸ்டெப் இன்புட்டை ஒரு டைப் 1 டைப் 0 சிஸ்டத்துக்கு நம்ம கொடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா நமக்கு கண்டிப்பா ஒரு ஸ்டெடி ஸ்டேட் எரர் இருக்கும். We will have a constant, there would be a constant steady state error present when the input is unit step and if the system is a type 0 system. ஏன் டைப் 0 சிஸ்டத்துல நமக்கு எஸ் இன்டூன்னு வராது. ஏன் எஸ் இன்டூன்னு வராது? ஆரிஜின்ல போல் இருக்காது. அப்போ எஸ்க்கு பதிலாக நம்ம 0 சப்ஸ்டியூட் பண்ணோம்னா நியூமரேட்டர்ல டினாமினேட்டர்லையும் இருக்கக்கூடிய வேல்யூஸை பொறுத்து ஒரு கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வேல்யூ தான் கிடைக்கும். அதோட கே மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணா அகைன் இட்ஸ் அ கான்ஸ்டன்ட் வேல்யூ. ஸோ So Kp is a constant value. If you substitute that in the formula, you will get it like again a constant value. So ஒரு steady state error value கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். எப்போ ஒரு type 0 சிஸ்டத்துக்கு unit step input கொடுக்கும்போது. The same way, if I apply it for type 1 system, type 1 systemனா நம்மளுடைய சிஸ்டம் எப்படி இருக்கும்? கீழே ஒரு s is equal to 0 part வரும். Okay, ஒரு pole at the origin, one pole at the origin. This S provides you one pole at origin. The ஒன்னுங்கிறது தான் type 1. அப்போ again I substitute that in Kp because unit step I want to find only Kp, position error. Kp is equal to limit s tends to 0, g of s h of s. அப்போ திருப்பி k into s plus z1, s plus z2, s plus z3 divided by s into, ஏன்னா type 1, s into s plus p1, s plus p2, s plus p3. Now if you substitute s tends to 0 because of the denominator s available, okay, even though the other part of this expression provides you a constant value, because of this s in the denominator, you will get an infinity. Anything by 0 is going to be infinite, so you will get an infinite. Since Kp is infinite, if you substitute Kp is equal to infinite here, 1 by infinite is going to be, anything by infinite is going to be 0. So what is the comment I can say? For a type 1 system or a type 1 and above, even if you go for type 2, you will have 1 by, for type 2 what you will have? Type 2 you will have 1 by s squared into some terms. So you will have an s squared, again you will get a 0 for error, and because you will have an infinite for the error value, and if you substitute that you will get again 0. So type 1 and above, for a unit step input, there would be 0 steady state error. You will not have any steady state error. You will not have any steady state error. Any doubts here? So you will have a steady state error for a unit step input, and the system is a type 0 system. You will not have a steady state error for a step input to the system which is of a type 1 or higher. This is the comment we want to close. And since it is dealt with unit step, the constant static error focused is Kp, the positional error constant. If you change the input to velocity error, that is input is ramp input, then the static error constant to be found is velocity error constant Kv. That is followed here. You can see that if the input is a unit ramp signal, then obviously I have to find the expression for Kv. Okay, so if I substitute that in my formula, ESS is equal to limit s tends to 0, s into r of s by 1 plus g of s h of s, and unit ramp is 1 by s squared. If I substitute that, I will get 1 by s here in the numerator. This s and this s squared gets cancelled. I will get 1 by s. So this 1 by s, if I take s down, I will get s plus s into g of s h of s. And if you substitute s is equal to 0, obviously there is going to be an effect only in this part, which is equal to 1 by Kv, because this s is going to be 0. So don't worry about this s. Only this is having an influence over the function. So limit s tends to 0 has an effect only in this part of the denominator. So 1 by limit s tends to 0, s into g of s h of s. Already we know s into g of s h of s, limit s tends to 0 is called as Kv. So 1 by Kv is the value for steady state error for a unit ramp input. Now if I apply that for a type 0 system, what happens? If it is a type 0 system, already we know that my general form of my transfer function will be, okay, Kv or k is equal to, a transfer function will look like type 0 in the sense you will have some value, s plus p, s plus z1, s plus z2, s plus p1, s plus p2. Now if you substitute limit s tends to 0, probably you will have z1, z2 divided by p1, p2. You will again get a constant value. You will get a constant value. But the problem here is your expression for Kv is limit s tends to 0, s into g of s h of s. So you will have an S here. For a type 0 system, this constant will not be there. You will get only 0. Because limit s tends to 0, this becomes 0. So you will get only completely 0. Since your error is 0, your steady state error is going to be 1 by 0, which is equal to infinite. You can see that. So kv limit s tends to 0 s into g of s h of s. For type 0 system, you will not have an s here, the denominator, so you will have only 0. Because all these terms, you will get sz1, z2, z3, you will get p1, p2, p3. But you have an s here, and if you put s is equal to 0, then obviously this is going to be 0. But steady state error is provided as 1 by kv, and kv is equal to 0, so you will get 1 by 0 is equal to infinite. So what I can say, I will get an infinite error value, I will get a huge amount of error if the input is a ramp input and system is a type 0 system. ஒரு டைப் 0 சிஸ்டத்துக்கு யூனிட் ரேம்ப் நான் கொடுத்தேன்னா எனக்கு எரர் ஸ்டெடி ஸ்டேட்ல எரர் இருக்கும், அதோட வேல்யூ இன்ஃபைனைட்டா இருக்கும். இப்போ நான் டைப் 0ல இருந்து ஐ வில் சேஞ்ச் டு டைப் 1. ஸோ ஐ வில் ஹாவ் அன் எஸ் ஹியர். I will have an s here. So ss gets cancelled. I will get a constant value. 1 by constant will again be a constant. So what I will have, I will not have an infinite error, but I will have a constant error. For a type 1 system and input is a unit ramp, my constant steady state error will be there. If I go for a type 2 system, obviously here what happens, instead of s, you will have an s squared like this. So I can cancel this. You will have an s in the denominator. Because of the s in the denominator, the kv value is infinite. And because it is infinite, probably the steady state error is going to be 1 by infinite, which is equal to 0. So for systems with type 2 and above, the unit ramp input is going to be, the value of kv is infinite, so the steady state error is 0. So what I can get, you if you doesn't want a steady state error for a type 2 system, try to provide a step input or a ramp input probably. Even for a step input also, for type 2 system, you will not get a steady state error. Okay. Or if your input is ramp and you doesn't want a steady state error, then choose a type 2 system. That's it. The same way, I can check it for acceleration error constant. Okay. And probably because of unit parabolic input, this is going to be 1 by s cube. So I will get it like here, s squared into, that is how I get the formula 1 by ka for a steady state error. And if I check it for type 0, I will get an infinite value. If I check it for type 1 system, I will get an infinite value. For type 2 system, I will get a constant value. Only if I go for a type 3 system, I will get a steady state error to be 0. Because I have an s cube here. Okay, I have an s cube here. Probably I will get a denominator s, which will term provides an infinite for a error constant, and a steady state error value becomes 1 by infinity is equal to 0. I can group this using my tabular column. You can see the error constant is kp. If it is a type 0 system, I will get kp is constant. If it is 1, kp is infinity. If it is 2, type 2, it is infinity. 3, if it is infinity. For kv, type 0, your kv is 0. Type 1, it is constant. Type 2, it is infinite. And type 3, it is infinite. For ka, the type 1, type 0 and type 1 is ka is equal to 0. And type 2, it gives a constant value. And type 3, it is infinite. The same way, like if I want to analyze the steady state error values there, this is steady state error. ESS. Here it is going to be error constants, or we can say static error constants. For unit step input, for type 0, I will get a constant steady state error, and for higher type systems, I will get 0 steady state error. For unit step ramp input, for type 0 system, I will have infinite error. I will have a constant error at type 1, and again after the type 2 and 3 are higher, I will get a zero steady state error. For unit parabolic, this is going to give me an infinite value for both type 0 and type 1 system, and a constant error, steady state error for type 2 system, and 3 and above, type 3 and above, I will get a steady state error to be 0. So with this, I would like to close today's class. And if you have a doubt so far whatever we have discussed, you can ask me. We will discuss about the dynamic error and its coefficients in the next class. Any doubts from today's discussion? Steady state error analysis, particularly static error constants we have discussed, Kp, Kv and Ka, and the relationship between Kp, Kv and Ka for a steady state error based on the inputs and the type of the system. Any doubts you have? Hello, people in the class.